What up everybody, it's Anthony AM Mixes, and today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new AutoTune 2026. Antares just dropped this today and I've had the pleasure of working with it in beta the past few weeks. So although this is not a sponsored video, I do want to give you guys my honest opinion on it. And with that being said, I'm going to be showing you some examples in Pro Tools and I'm going to be doing some CPU tests, and we're going to compare it with AutoTune Artist and AutoTune Pro, since those are the two that I feel like it'll be most in comparison with. So let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so we got a brand new session up here. We're gonna take a look at the brand new AutoTune. Here you go. So instantly you notice a whole new overhaul of the way it looks. It definitely takes up a lot less screen real estate by default compared to AutoTune Pro. Okay, so right here we got our retune speed, humanize, flex tune. Okay, as you adjust the flex tune, it kind of has a visual representation of what that's doing. So that's honestly kind of cool. I like that. We got our modern and our classic modes. We got our key selectors down here, letting you know the note value and everything you need to know. We got our vocal range up here, key and scale, chromatic, major, minor, and more scales. These are nice to have here for people that are doing more complex things. You got your detuning right here, low latency and high quality mode. And our settings, we have our pitch tracking, so we can adjust that to be better for noisy audio, and max sensitivity. It does work with auto key right now, so that's awesome. And overall, I personally really do like the new updated look. I think it definitely looks a lot more sleek. It looks a lot more clean. It doesn't feel like too much is on the screen at one time, and I like that. Now, if we pull up AutoTune Pro, that definitely takes up a lot more screen space. Now, if we look at them in their full high quality modes, high quality modern, AutoTune Pro is giving us less delay at 2670, and the new AutoTune 2026 is 2780. So with less features than AutoTune Pro, I would expect this to have less delay. Because here we're getting our graph mode, our harmony player, we got format and transpose controls, all of which we do not have in AutoTune 2026. So the fact that this is giving us more delay, I'm not too sure how I feel about that. You let me know how you feel in the comments. And in classic mode, on both of them, they both give us 37, so that's not bad. Now if we go back into modern mode and just low latency, it takes us to 112. In AutoTune Pro, if we go into modern mode, low latency, it's the same 112. So in that regard, in low latency mode and classic mode, they are identical in regards to what we get for delay. But again, with having less features than AutoTune Pro, I would expect that to be a lot more different. But yeah, this is the new look. It is also resizable. So let's take a look at the system usage over here. So AutoTune 2026 in full modern high quality mode. Let's give this a second. Let's see, that's gonna give us about 4% of CPU usage, 5% right there. Now if we compare that to AutoTune Pro, that jumped down to 2-3%. So again, with having less features, AutoTune Pro, in my opinion, is still performing a lot better. Now let's look at AutoTune Artist. That's only giving us 112 samples of delay compensation, or of delay, yeah. And if we switch that into classic mode, 37. So all of them in classic mode do give us 37 samples delay. But where they aren't similar is in how much CPU usage. AutoTune Artist, about 1-2%. Now, in far as comparisons, these two, AutoTune Artist and AutoTune 2026, have almost everything. They got the retune speed, humanize, flex tune. You do not get a natural vibrato with AutoTune 26, nor do you get transposing or formant control. So with that being said, what is underneath AutoTune Artist. I believe it is AutoTune Hybrid. So it's a little closer to AutoTune Hybrid, which just gives you detuning, classic mode, no transpose. So this is almost, other than the natural vibrato, I really don't understand the difference. This seems just like a overhaul of AutoTune Hybrid in my opinion. So yeah, I'm kind of interested to see how they market this to cater to exactly who and what. Overall, I do like the design. If they can bring down or make the Pro version like similar to this, or bring those features into here so that I could have a graph mode and some transposing down here or something like that, like right here next to the detune, it would be nice to have the transpose right here. And then, yeah, you can right up here, just make a button for graph mode. Still keep that small form factor in regards to the GUI size. Bring back AutoTune again. I do think another thing I just noticed right now that I wish was in here that isn't, is the ability to move between instances within the plugin. So if I want to go to my lead vocal, I have to go and click on the lead vocal. As opposed to AutoTune Pro or another version, if I move those across, I can stay right here within AutoTune and just click my new track right here. This would be a very easy thing, I feel like, to add in AutoTune 2026 that isn't there. So that's my opinion. Not a major thing, but it would be nice to have. I like that that is in AutoTune Pro. All right, so that's the look of AutoTune 2026. Let's go ahead and dive into what this sounds like on some vocals. All right, now let's hear how this sounds on an R&B vocal. Let me play it without AutoTune first.
That look that's in your eyes, I know I've seen it once before. Say we don't speak the same language.
Okay, now let's play it with it. I got the retune speed at default 20 and 24 humanized because we wanted a more natural vibe.
That look that's in your eyes, I know I've seen it once before. Say we don't speak the same language.
So it's definitely controlling that a little bit more, and overall, it's giving us exactly what I would expect from AutoTune. I'm using it very moderately in this case, but if we wanted to turn it up and get that AutoTune T-Pain effect, let's go ahead and turn this down and see what it sounds like at full speed.
That look that's in your eyes, I know I've seen it once before. Say we don't speak the same language.
Definitely that robotic feel, definitely way too much for this song than what we were going for, but it gives me exactly what I would expect out of an AutoTune plugin. Okay, and now let's move over to a rap vocal and see how it sounds on that. All right here we got a session pulled up with Chill Mac. This is a record off of his new album, Probably Happier Than You. And here we're gonna play the vocal with no AutoTune.
Look, fuck it, I'm all in. You know I got style like Shaolin. Gotta stand tall, no falling. I can hear the money calling, trying to pick it up.
So definitely needs some help, definitely needs some love. So what I did here is we have it just high quality mode. I just set the key, C major, put it on low male, and turn the retune speed all the way up. And here's what we got.
Look, fuck it, I'm all in. You know I got style like Shaolin. Gotta stand tall, no falling. I can hear the money calling, trying to pick it up.
So that definitely helps this vocal a lot. You couldn't tell me otherwise. And, you know, this is exactly what I would expect AutoTune to give me with the retune speed all the way turned up. So let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you plan on buying AutoTune and using the new AutoTune 2026 and have some fun with it. And so there we go. That's AutoTune 2026 in a nutshell. And, you know, there are a few things that I would like to see in a future update, like being able to access other instances across my session from within AutoTune. And I would like to know why this is using a little bit more CPU compared to AutoTune Artist and AutoTune Pro, given the fact that this has less features than those. But other than that, the form factor, I really like the new look of it. I think it looks a lot smoother. It doesn't look like so much on the screen that can be distracting at times. And let me know what you think in the comments. Again, this isn't a sponsored video. This is my honest opinion of it. And until next time, peace.